Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for attending. My name is Harry Singleton, and I am a Customer Success Manager here with Skybits. On behalf of myself and the entire Skybits team, we want to welcome you all to our Week 7 of Skybits Training Tuesdays. All previous sessions are available on the Skybits YouTube channel. Please go check it out. There's some great content there, not only the previous training sessions, but also other videos, which we have great value, and we would definitely appreciate it if you would click to subscribe. The videos are also available in the help section on Insight. Again, thank you for attending. We hope that these sessions will improve your level of understanding within the Insight tool in order to bolster your confidence in using our best-in-class user interface to its full potential. The intent of these trainings is to provide a live demonstration environment with as few PowerPoint slides as possible. And just a few housekeeping items before we dive in. We've muted all participant lines, so we don't have any background noise. If you have muted yourself and want to ask questions during the Q&A session, you must unmute yourself. We're not able to do that for you. Again, we have factored in time for Q&A. At any time, you can type your questions in the chat as the session progresses. All sessions are being recorded and will be available for playback on the Skybits YouTube channel, as we've mentioned. This week, we'll be reviewing the detention feature. So to begin, what is truck detention? In preparing for today's session, I found this great quote, which I felt very much encapsulates what truck detention is. Truck detention is one of the most irritating things your drivers will have to deal with. Worse yet, it's one of the most common and unavoidable. When a driver arrives to a pickup or delivery location, there's a built-in free time period for loading and unloading the truck. Free time is essentially what people consider a reasonable expectation for the amount of time that it should take the shipper to load the driver's trailer or the receiver to unload it. The amount of free time varies from carrier to carrier. However, a good baseline is usually 2 hours. To put it more plainly, when your driver arrives to pick up a shipment, there's a reasonable expectation of 2 hours to load the truck. Anything over 2 hours is extra and would be considered detention time. Detention hours put the drivers behind. Not only can they end up being late for their stops on their route, but this can also eat into your driver's hours of service. So with that, the question then becomes, how do you address it? Well, I'd like to offer top 10 ways to improve your detention billing strategy. One of the most valuable processes you can do to increase your bottom line is to nail down your detention billing strategy. As qualified drivers continue to be in high demand, ensuring their safety and satisfaction is paramount to your business. Plus, the excessive strain on the supply chain due to the coronavirus pandemic creates even more challenges for your organization. So squeezing every bit of margin out of your operation can make or break it when it comes to meeting your 2021 KPI goals. So what are the top 10 things you can do to improve your strategy? Well, keep your drivers happy and productive. Drivers are key. Drivers are essential. Optimize dispatch by seeing inside your trailers at all times. Correct loading mistakes before turning into client disputes. Validate complaints by accessing real-time trailer data and images. Right-size your fleet by accurately calculating available trailer space. Improve maintenance protocols and reduce capital expense. Detention billing provides you with an additional revenue stream if your business chooses to take advantage of it. We have the ability to automate your detention billing process for faster invoicing. This ultimately improves the efficiency and transparency across the entire supply chain and improve maintenance of vehicles by reducing unnecessary idle time. The Skybits Insight platform has the perfect blend of hardware and software solutions that offer customers a detention billing solution that meets all the above business opportunities. Skybits Camera, for example, offers targeted trailer data, including cargo space measurements, volumetric data, high-resolution photographs, and load in and load out date and timestamps. Combined with the Skybits Connect device, cargo and loading data triggers a more proactive response to detention scenarios through an easy-to-use application with advanced notifications and alerting features. During the deployment of the Skybits Insight platform, the customer experience team helps set up all the location data associated with the customer sites so they can automatically recognize the carrier's truck upon entering the geofence. The application, combined with the camera and Sky Connect, records photographs inside the trailer so the carriers know if the trailer has material in it or is it ready to take on another job. Not only does this resonate with your drivers because they're not waiting on unloaded trailers, but accurate visibility into your trailers with load in, load out data allows you to see if your trailers are being used as storage and can even help eliminate theft. Once your trailers hit a specified geofence and are sitting in that area for longer than the defined parameters, the application transmits appropriate data about the detention incident, allowing carriers to address the issue with the customer promptly. The Skybits Insight platform stores and logs those events so carriers can access historical data of customers that exceed the detention window each month, allowing them to set up a detention billing process if they choose to do so. Leaders in the transportation space rely on Skybits to guide their technology roadmap, and detention billing is top of mind for every customer right now. Keeping up with current customer demand is no longer enough. Shipments have increased, forcing the most innovative carriers to look at their entire operation and to reduce as many inefficiencies as possible. Eliminating detention billing is the most significant part of that. So with all that said, the question then becomes, what can Skybits do for me? And bear with me, everyone. Sorry, everyone, having a bit of a technical issue here on my side. Please bear with me. Again, everybody, I beg your patience. I had a window close on me by accident. I'll be with you in just a moment. Very good. Again, everybody, sorry for the trouble. Welcome to a live broadcast. So within Insight, as we mentioned, the detention feature has the ability to set up different profiles that allow you to capture detention as you need it. So we'll take a look at what the detention feature looks like. So under Manage Settings, if you click on detention, it takes you into the detention feature itself. With the detention feature itself, as we've mentioned, you have the ability to enter different detention profiles. The profile allows you to put the different criteria in place, such as the number of free hours. If there's a specific bill to code, you're able to set up exclusions, holidays, weekends, and then you're able to add the specific geofences that you want to monitor. And we'll show this as a great example. So we could see a detention profile here is air. Here we have, click on the edit. So with this detention name, we have the ability to put in the different criteria again, such as what's the warning threshold? So if you have free time of 2 hours, you'd be able to say after 1, you send a warning to say we're already 50% into the free time. And that could be an indicator to have your people on site move the trailer out or to take the necessary action. Again, the free time hours is whatever agreement you have in place. And the bill to code it could be blank, it could be just some sort of a key indicator or some sort of a chargeback code, however you want to do it. Also, detention agreements usually have a certain criteria around it, meaning every 15 minutes, every 30, 60 minutes, or even every day, every 24 hours results in additional costs. You're able to set that criteria up. With setting all this criteria in place, you're able to indicate what emails or who should be notified as these different events are taking place. These emails could be internal to yourselves, your business, your organization. It also could be include a customer contact. I've been asked in the past, why would you want to include a customer contact? Well, this would be a way to proactively let your customers know that you do have trailers that are approaching the end of their free time. And it also would allow them to see that they've had trailers that have exceeded their free time and are now into detention time. It increases the communication, allows for greater visibility, and allows you to better manage your entire environment. I mentioned earlier you have the ability to put different exclusions or exceptions into place. As you can see, you could very easily exclude Saturdays, exclude Sundays, which means that detention billing is only in effect Monday through Friday. You also have the ability to put in different holidays. Your agreement could say, for example, the day after Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, there's no detention billed. You can see from the available holidays, we have not only typical holidays in the United States, but also Canada and Mexico. So if you do have locations that are up in Canada, for example, you have the ability to flag that there be no detention billing on the Canadian Thanksgiving or Boxing Day, Good Friday, all as examples. Once you select any exceptions, you'd be able to just hit the move or remove option, and that would then say they apply or don't apply. And up at the bottom, you hit save. And that criteria is then updated. Once you set the profile in place, you then have the ability to go in and associate different geofences to this profile. Okay, using this example, we can see that we have these 5 locations already selected. If I chose, I could choose to move another one. And when I hit save, this landmark will now be part of the profile. And we can now see that the landmark count here for this detention profile of air has been updated from 5 to 6. Now, a very common question is, well, what does this mean and what does this do and how does this benefit me? Once these profiles are established, you now have the ability to monitor the activity that's going on in these specific geofences. Currently, we're looking at a demo environment, so we don't have actual trailer data flowing. So this is where we need to use our imagination a little bit. This map view shows you the locations of the 6 geofences that we chose. We would have the ability to zoom in to the actual geofences, and we could potentially see if there were devices in those locations. We would also see here on the chart, we'd be able to get a count of the different devices that are in the location, either in free time or in detention. If we had the actual trailer data, and again, we don't in this case because it's a demo environment, we would see within the different geofence green and red pins. The green means the device or the asset is still in free time. The red pin would indicate any that are in detention. So in this way, you would have anybody have the ability to go and look at this location and see what's going on. Are all the assets within free time? Are any in detention? You would be receiving emails and would be able to take the necessary action to address what's going on. Final step here, we touched on this earlier. You have the ability to run a report. Again, we don't have actual device detail as this is a demo environment. But as you can see, you'd have the ability to either run a report based on the different detention profiles, a specific landmark or geofence, even a specific asset ID or trailer number. You'd be able to put in a date range. Once you hit find, it would pull up whatever data you were looking for. You'd then be able to download to a spreadsheet, a CSV, and email that on. So all in all, you have the ability to set up the different profiles. You can customize the different profiles. As you see, you have an edit ability here. You can hit the green plus sign to add new profiles. And if there's ever a need, you can hit the X to remove a profile. This gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of power. In this day and age, data is key, and data is what drives businesses forward. This tool allows you to quickly access the data so you can make business decisions. At this point, I would like to open up for any questions. If there's any questions, you could put them on the chat, or please unmute yourself and ask any questions. We have no questions. Let me poll the audience here. Does anyone currently use detention billing? Okay. Well, I guess on that note, we will start to wrap up our day. So in order for our team to ensure we're providing you with the information that's important to you and running your business, we would appreciate if you would take time immediately following the webinar to fill out a very brief survey. It'll only take about 2 minutes. We do want to call out, as you see in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, we do have a help feature. The help feature allows you to quickly search for any information that you need. This help feature is always available. You have the ability to register for upcoming Training Tuesdays. You're able to access installation and troubleshooting guides. Any current release information is available. Previous release information is available. The available training and webinar videos can be accessed from here. And it's always in the same place. When you log in, help is usually in the right-hand corner. We'd like to thank you for attending our session today. These sessions are about you, our partners, and helping you leverage the powerful tools provided. If you have any recommendations or ideas for future session content, please let us know. We'll be happy to put that together. The next session is in 2 weeks, April 13th. same time, same place. Again, thank you very much for attending. Have a great rest of your day.